Hello, everybody. Don't mind my lovely mullet going on here today. Um, I'll try to keep my voice down because my husband's in the other room watching some stuff. Sorry it took me so long to do this ritual, but like I said, witchy crazy been going on. I got to see my daughter Alicia on actual Ostara. We went to Witch Lab. It was her first time going to Witch Lab, and I wanted to be there, so that was a fun experience. She enjoyed it. I knew she would. And then yesterday, me, Christy, and Maria went to, or Normia. Um, it's Norma and Maria's name combined. It's my friend Norma that prefers to be called Maria. My brother came up with the name Normia and we all thought it was really pretty, or at least me and Maria think it's pretty. So I try to call her Normia sometimes, in honor of him and the fact that he's the one that came up with the name, created it. See, my hair is just like freaking all over the place. And as you can see, I need to dye it again because my white or gray is coming through. But I purposely give it a break because that gives it even more of a witchy look when the gray's coming through. Let me put on my hat because that's going to bug me. Whoa. I don't like it when my hair looks crappy. So I'll do the don't hex my vibe. Got on my spring colored shirt. I got on 2 new pair of pants I got from Temu. One of them's got pentacles and Baphomet on it. The other is solid black, laces up the side, and the bottom half from the knees down is lace, pure lace. And they're really pretty. They're stretchy, which I like, and I have a real pretty top coming, but it's only going to be a 1X. So I don't know if it's going to fit me or not. And it's going to kill me if it doesn't, because even though all this time I've been like real excited and happy thinking I'm losing weight, but yet I still look down and my stomach looks the same. But when I get my next check, I'm going to be getting me some fat burning pants that are specially designed that when you wear them, you fasten them shut. Looks like it's something like a Velcro thing, or it might be magnets, or you might just zip them up or something. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna have to wait till I get my check because I got like $33 worth of stuff in my Temu cart on the Temu site right now. So through my phone, because I mostly shop Temu stuff through my phone. Trying to get my hat around here a little better so you guys can see it a little better. These are just my pens that are on the top. This one is a book. It looks like a magic book. And this one is a star of some kind, and it's got Baphomet, his head in it, or his face in it, or something like that. But anyway, last night was unexpected. One, I learned something new about Witch Lab that I did not know until last night. They have an event space 2 doors down from their shop. I was like, oh, really? Okay. So me, Normia, and Christy went to a spring equinox celebration. I got it in my head that they were going to do ritual. They were going to, but it wasn't at all. They did do some paranormal discussion. They did group hypnosis. There was a lot of music. They did have alcohol. If you left a donation in a jar or something, you could have a thing of beer or something like that. But I purposely didn't drink anything because I was the driver, because Christy and Normia don't drive. So I was the driver, and I wanted to make sure I got us all home safe and everything. This is my high elf. I started wearing her again. I do try to take a break once in a while to give my vessels time to charge, just in case being on my body and my energy not being enough to feed them, which maybe it does. I don't really know. So last night we were thinking there was going to be ceremony and stuff, and there wasn't. That's okay, because they were still celebrating the spring equinox just in their own way. And the event was from 7 to 11. But we could only stay till 9:30 because Christy had to go to work today. So I didn't want to, get her home so late that she would possibly not get enough sleep, and end up making her not do very good at work and stuff. So we had to leave at 9:30, sadly, because they were about to have belly dancers, come on. And there was at least 3 of them walking around. One of them looked like a gold and white outfit on. One of them was green and gold. I really loved that one. And then one of them was black and gold, it looked like, or black and silver. And we saw them walking around in the place, but it's basically, it's really, really cute little room. Like, it's got like a little stage, and then over on the right-hand side, it's got like a little bar. It's got restrooms in the back. There's a back door, so you can go out and smoke, or whatever if you want. And I'm sure plenty of people were doing this. But I didn't go out there because it was raining, so, and I had on my rainbow dress that has the white top but the rainbow bottom. I had that on over top of my Baphomet pants and this rainbow shirt here, and I had a real pretty green rose that I had to use to hold the top of my dress shut, because it's one of those, it crosses over in the front, and it does have sleeves, but if you don't pin it shut, it gapes open, and then it looks stupid. So I was like, nope, let's just do this. That way I was wearing a spring flower. I was wearing rainbow colors. I was as springy as I could get yesterday. It was only $10 a person to get in, so that wasn't bad. But I am glad that we ate before we left, because otherwise we would have been hungry the whole time we were down there. Tonight, me, my hubby, and my sister, Normia, are going to be playing D&D for the first time. Yay! We actually got our character sheets made up, and I'm going to be a druid elf, a moon elf, which is of the high elf class, and I know he's not crazy about that, but it's my first time in a long time since I've played, so just let me have fun with it, I'm not the snooty, mean high elf that hates everybody. I'm the kinder side of them. Normia is she's a dwarf, and she's a paladin. Chris is going to be a thief and a cleric. So we're going to have an interesting, very small number. Because Chris is going to do that. He's going to DM as well. So it's going to be a small group of us, but supposedly Paige, Normia's daughter, was going to come over and watch us play. I'll believe that if she shows up. I hope she does, because that would mean a lot to Normia, because a lot of times Paige says she's going to show up and then doesn't. So that disappoints Normia every time. I know it does. So happy Ostara to everybody. I hope you guys had an okay one. Ours was interesting. We only stayed there from 7, 8, 9, about 2.5 hours roughly, because it was 7 to 9:30. So, 2.5 hours about. But, I respected the fact that, Christy she wanted to get home and get in bed before too late, because she had work today and she's got furniture coming. I took her out and got her a love seat, double recliner, and another chair that matches it. Well, she got it, but we had to go clear out on Livingston to the Big Lots out there. And when she saw these two pieces, she just fell in love with them. So she's all happy and excited, and I'm happy and excited because I'm the one that took her up there. And that's where she was able to find, what she was looking for, and, something she's going to enjoy for many years. And, so I'm happy for her. but I'm hoping they'll show up Monday because they said 3 to 5 business days. So we'll see. But hopefully Monday, because she's got some stuff going on during the week that's real busy. And then Tuesday, the 26th, Chris is going in for his colonoscopy. So that means I got to get up early in the morning, and I'm not looking forward to that, but I have to do it because I have to drive him and myself home because they're going to be putting him out. You know, they're going to be knocking him out for the colonoscopy thing. So I am not going to be happy that day. I try to maintain a good demeanor, but I'm just not. I'm not a morning person, and certainly not as early as I'm going to be having to get up, because I'm probably going to have to get up. I'm guessing around 7, because I think the appointment's like 8 or 8:30 or something like that. Get up just enough time to get dressed, have breakfast. Hell, I might even sleep in my clothes the night before just to make it easier. You know, that way all I have to do is get up, maybe brush my hair, you know, grab some breakfast, out the door, you know. Make sure I wear plenty of layers and everything so I stay nice and warm. But so welcome to my attempt at an Ostara celebration, because here it is, the 23rd, and I figure if I don't do one, I'm not gonna. So I didn't want to not do one. Usually I try to do it on the day, but I know that's not always realistic because people have different time schedules they have to work with, and through some of them work different times of the day. Some of them are in different time zones. I just wish that Brooke would pop on, because I'm still, you know, really worried about her and concerned, because she's not really been reaching out and talking to us much. And I'm trying not to push her. So I try not to reach out too much myself, but always thinking about her and hoping that she's getting through whatever it is, you know, she's going through, and that her and the boys are okay, and wish I could do more, you know. But I got a lot of unexpected Ostara gifts. I got my first box from Enchanted Salem, from Salem, Massachusetts, Lori Cabot's The Witch of Salem. These items are actually from her shop. And I was going to do an unveiling. I was going to do a box opening the day I got them, but that never happened. Things got witchy crazy again. Like I said, my daughter came down on Ostara on the 21st, the 22nd. We went to that thing, which was last night. And here it is, the 23rd. So, because we're going to be playing D&D tonight around 6 or 7. I will try to, you know, I'll try to remember to take this down with me, and I'll live stream it just for fun, you know, just to have some interesting content on my channel that no one's ever seen before. And it'll be my first D&D game to show people, and I'll make sure it's public. And my hope is that we'll find some other players that live close to us that are cool, trustworthy people that, you know, maybe we can get together with and have us a real D&D party, and have us like 6 players or more. You know, I wouldn't want more than 6 in Normia's place, though, because these apartments really are tiny, guys. They're 1-bedroom little tiny places, and she's the one that's got more space down in her place than we do, because up here it's just one big clusterfuck, you know. I hate that. You know, I deal with that every day. It's like I hate looking at that stuff in the background and every day, because I want to get it out of there. I want to get stuff cleaned out, cleared out, put down in storage. But then I'm worried about people messing with my shit. I would have to put on every one of my boxes my name, my apartment number, and say, you know, private property, you know, please leave it alone, do not touch, whatever. Getting more damn garbage calls. So bear with me. You know, I don't know when I'll get to the ceremony right away. I don't know if I'm going to cast circle or not, or if I'm just going to say the words, because there's no room in this apartment. There would be if I could clean it up and it looked more spacious, like Normia keeps her place. But I don't have that luxury. So I never have cool backdrops, you know. I mean, you're just seeing my living room. I wish I had a better setup, but till we get the house and get moved, this is what I've got, and I don't have anything really cool or witchy or fancy or anything like that. I'm just me. And would I like to have a better backdrop? Of course, some cool, like witchy stuff to look at and stuff. I mean, well, you got my Halloween pillows here, but I wish I could had a tapestry that went behind me right here and was on a cord above, and it had a nice witch like tapestry thing. That would be cool. Um, um, Trying to think, because there's been a lot going on, because of the time span between when I am able to do my lives right now. I still can't do them on any kind of consistent basis because I literally don't know one day from the next, what kind of witchy crazy shit the day's going to be like. So, and what's going to go on, how chaotic is the day going to be? Is it going to be a calm day? Is it going to be, um, is it going to be a day to be able to just sit back and chill and, stuff like that. But just to keep it from getting too boring, too quick or anything. I haven't even gotten over to my husband's channel and watched any of his videos yet, and I feel bad about that. I just, too many things going on, and it's hard to commit to a whole lot. I will show you some of the stuff that I got from Enchanted. This is a howlite, I'm pretty sure. This is a clear quartz. This, I'm pretty sure, is either a pink amethyst or it's a unakite because it's got green in it, and pink and green together usually mean unakite. This is a real pretty rose quartz. And I don't know what this one is. For now, I'm going to call it sea glass because it looks like it's all broken and stuff inside, but that's just the look of the piece. It's not actually broken. And it's one of those cool pieces that if you stare into it, you can see all kinds of stuff. Like I can see something in the middle of it right now that looks like some kind of symbol, but you can only see it if you look at the light. It looks like a diamond shape in the very center, like a natural diamond. See, now it's not. Here. Now I can't get it in the right light. Oh, man. Anyway, those are the crystals that I got from the shop. I got a real pretty cream colored, like off-white satin bag and a pretty green one. And I keep my crystals from there in here in the bags that came. And I mean, I think it wasn't bad, for a $25 mystery box. I really liked it. And, because you only get like 6 items. Okay. Here are 2 of the incense that I got. One of them is sandalwood. The other one is myrrh. These are from Enchanted. All this stuff that I'm showing you is from Enchanted. This was part of my order. Here's the other 2 incense. These were rainforest and rose, which I have now placed them in my real pretty incense holder. I'll show in a minute here that my sissy Normia gave me. Here is a bath bomb that is the lover's card. So it's really hard to see, but the only problem is the only way I can use this right now is aromatherapy by using it in a wax burner, like fill the wax burner with water and then just sprinkle a little bit in there until you get the strength of scent you want. Because I can't soak in a hot tub because I can't do that in my tub because our faucet thing is screwed up. The little thing in the middle that you pull up to switch it from shower to faucet for when you want to take a hot bath. Well, it don't work anymore, so we can only do shower. We can't do hot bath, which sucks. This bath bomb is called Recover. It's got wild orange and ginger in it. It's a real pretty half moon. And if I stuck these together, wouldn't that make an interesting sphere? And then this orange one here is Refresh, and it's grapefruit and lavender. And as you can see, I haven't opened them because I have no way to use them right now unless I get one of my oil burners cleaned up. All right, where are the rest of you guys at? Got a sticker that is a replica of the witch house there in Salem where some historical, like one of the first witches lived or something, I think, something along those lines. It was the bath bombs, it was the sticker, it was the pouches. Trying to see if I'm forgetting something. Don't think I am, but oh yeah, I think this was a pouch that I got from there that had a crystal in it. This was a pouch that had a crystal in it. So I don't think I got anything wearable. So I got like 4 things of incense. I got a couple of bath bombs, some crystals, and I mean, to me, that wasn't bad for, a $25 box. And the stick incense, they did give you a incense holder for those. And here's my my receipt, and they actually wrote in silver and put a pentacle on it and said, "Thank you for your order." And they even went one further and they did my name. See it? Real pretty in silver and real big on this envelope. And they had a wax seal on the back, and I was able to open it without breaking the wax seal. So I thought that was pretty cool for them to do that. And this stuff is just other stuff that I got from like Witch Lab recently. So this is kind of like my witch box now that I will never, I will never part with this box, as weird as that may sound, because it came from Salem, it came from Enchanted, and it's my first one. So call me crazy if you want, I don't care. But here's a little coffin shaped. I have trouble getting this thing in the camera right, but it's a little rose quartz. Normia, my sister, got me 4 of these babies, 4 black candles recently. And you guys might like these. You've seen them on here before. And yes, I do have some for sale still. My little trinket dishes, my goddess trinket dishes. This one's kind of a clear black. And is this one of the ones that I put crystal bits in? No, I did not put crystal bits in that one. Here's a blue violet, kind of a blue violet color that I did put crystal, or was that just herbs? Sometimes I can't tell. But it's kind of a blue violet, and then on the back I did fairy dust and stuff. I think I've charged like I don't know, $10 for these, because they're really not that big, and I'm still trying to keep my prices like reasonable and stuff. So I've got some Night Queen in here. This is from Witch Lab. All right, where's my others? I was just some called Moon. These are 2 that I haven't burnt yet, but these are cones and they're pretty strong. I also have, and I think it's a cannabis burning right now. One of these is burning right now. It's called Cannabis. It's got a nice scent. Here's a money drawing one that's got a nice scent that I burnt a few minutes ago. Last night, Sissy got me opium. and white sage. There I am doing it again. Hang on. White sage. So I put them up here so I know that I've burnt these, and I try to only do like one of each when I do burn them because they are so strong. And I'll show you the holder here in a minute. Let's see here. This is a kind of a cute little thing. It's called Salem Spells. I got this thing from Spencer's in one of the malls, I think Tuttle Mall. It comes with, yeah, I need to find somewhere to put that. Here, let's bond with it a little bit. It's rose quartz. Okay. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get 6 crystals. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each stone has a symbol on it. The stones come in. They have their own little pouch that has a little pentacle on it. Comes with this little chart here that you lay down on a table. Each position, each section means something different. You've got Shadowlands on the outermost corners. You've got Illumination in the very center. You've got Sacred Region at the top, the bottom and the sides. So you have Sacred Region, 2, 4, 5 different places. You have Magic Point on the points of the pentacle. But the idea is and it has this little paper here that comes with it. Sorry, this book tells you what the crystals are and what the symbol is and the place on the chart and what everything means. So, it's really cool. You ask a question. It's a form of divination. You ask a question, you form it in your mind, you put them in your hands, shake them, take them out of the pouch, of course. Put them in your hands, shake them until you think you've focused on it enough, then stop. Have the chart down, so flat surface, obviously. Let them fly, and then ones that land face down, pay no attention to those, move those off to the side. The ones that are face up and whatever the symbols are on them and wherever they land in the areas on this, okay, that it tells you that's your message, okay? It's really a cool set, and it's called Salem's Spell, and it's Wellness Witch Stones for guidance and knowledge. Includes 6 stones, casting chart, satchel, and more. And who does these? It doesn't say, but it was $12.99 at Spencer's. So if any of you are familiar with Spencer's and where you can get, find a Spencer's in a mall somewhere, go check it out. They might have them because I can't tell you who made them, or you could go straight to their website or source. Okay, this is an iron triple goddess for the little candles like these. Find that one again because this one's not in a wrapper, so it obviously wants to get used first. So see, it fits these little tapers like this, and actually this it fits slightly bigger ones. But anyway, let me tacky wax it. Where's my tacky wax? Tacky wax, for those of you that don't know, is this wax that you can get, and it can come in handy. But you get a goob of it on the bottom of your candle, and it helps to stick it in the holder and keep it stationary. There we go. It's a little better. So anyway, that is that. And that is from Witch Lab, the little iron holder. I love these little bags because they have them at, and see, this is their like stamp that they use. They have them inside the place that you could, okay, I've got a cowrie shell and a black tourmaline. I need to get me some Florida water because now I know some of all the uses of Florida water. And that's all that's in that one. Now I have another one, but I have to get it out of my purse because my cat, there's some catnip in it. And it's from these little quarter machines that you can get at Witch Lab. And one of them was a little packet of catnip. And I have to keep it in my purse because if my cat Kalika comes around and she like jumps up on the couch or something, she smells it and she, by golly, gives it her best try to get it. Nobody's on. It's just me. Let me find it because this has got some more goodies in it. Uh-oh. I was going to say, man, don't tell me it's not in there. I would freaking cry. I hope everything's... I better check. It might have fallen out of the bag. Got to unload my suitcase here. I just want to make sure that... What the fuck is this? It don't take long for my purse to get filled up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get these, but I'm going to try. Damn, that didn't take long. Okay. All right, receipts I have to take out because... Where's my change purse? Where's my change purse? Because the receipts are kind of like pennies. You end up with a crap ton of them. And it just gets annoying like really quick. Okay. A lot of times, and it seems to be a good money drawer. So just FYI to anybody that might be interested. I'm just going to go ahead and throw these away. I don't think I really need to keep them. They're just receipts. This is a furniture place that we went to that I will probably never buy there just simply because, you know, and this may sound like I'm being racist, but I'm really not. The people that work there are Arab. And, you know, I hope I'm wrong, but they, you know, they make me a little nervous. You know, they, I don't know. They just, it's not easy for me to be comfortable around them. I mean, the furniture they have and everything is absolutely beautiful, but the money drawing trick is dumping loose change down in your purse. Like when you're out, you know, spending cash different places, instead of taking the time to put it in a change purse, just dump it loose in your purse and then go back through later. And is this everything? Yes, it is. Here is the catnip. And she was trying her damnedest to get it. But they have these little machines, and one of them you get a little miniature card, It's like, this is the moon. It's the Rider-Waite Tarot. Got that out of one of the machines. Out of one of them, you get a fortune little strip here. Oh no, that's the catnip thing. Tell them what about the catnip. Used in magic for love, protection, and to create strong bonds. Also attracts good spirits and great luck. So, good to know. This one was another one. I'm not sure what the symbol is, but I know the symbol in the center is satanic. It's like it's the symbol for the devil. But again, I'm not going to let stuff like that bother me because you can't be afraid of that stuff forever. And then this is like a little mystery one. I got a little tiny mushroom, and the little black slits is his eyes, and then this is the top of him, and it just, just little 50 cents piece things, And now that I know what I know about the catnip, I will definitely keep that in mind. So I can't keep the catnip in the in the magic box in this. I could probably maybe keep the other stuff, but I don't know. She might still smell it and, try to get it. I need to find something else to put the catnip in to where she can't get it. Maybe my wallet or something. I don't know, but it amazed me that how strong it is. Like you can literally smell it through the plastic. So I don't want her to get a hold of it. So for now, I guess I just keep it in my purse just to be on the safe side. But they have the little quarter machines, and they're really cool. And Witch Lab is just, it's a cool place. I like it a lot. And I take all my witch friends there. And Christy, her first time there was last night, which I didn't know. Oh, and I also got this from Enchanted. It's from a deck of tarot cards. This is the High Priestess, it's Cyclops, and it says pink amethyst. So the pink that you see in the card, and yeah, these are foil cards. See all the pretty colors? And look at the back of it. See, the back is equally pretty. Isn't that beautiful? So a High Priestess Cyclops picked me, and I keep her hung up right here close to me, right in front of me, so I can see her. And I got a visit from her mate. It was interesting. This is the incense thing that Maria gave me, and one end, I think it's this one, opens up, and that's where you can put stick incense. So you can do, this is one of those, you can do 2 cones and 2 sticks. So these things are so delicate, they break so easy. I'm not trying to burn myself. I'm gonna do I think I'll save Night Queen and Moon for later because hi, Kalika. Let's see here. Let's do lavender. We'll do a lavender. I need to go easy on the incense because my cat Kalika has asthma and my husband has COPD and breathing issues and stuff, so I have to take breaks when I'm doing incense because I don't want to do too much and it's messes with his his breathing. So this lavender one is probably the last one I'll do for a while. And I thought it was really sweet that she gave me this one because I've always wanted one like this. Chris has got one that he uses. Now I've got my own. All right. There we go. I had to move the stick over a little bit so the cone that's still burning in there wouldn't like catch the stick part on fire and then it'd fall down in the burner and then it'd probably just go out. It wouldn't burn. But anyway, man. And my brother is, we're trying to sort things out, but he's being mean and hurtful again for no reason. And I'm not going to go into the details of why or what or anything like that, but I'm just going to leave him alone for a while because there's no reason for him to keep acting the way he does, but he does. And this is my bracelet from last night. So I need to find one of my Sharpies, preferably a dark colored one so you can see it. So I don't know if that purple would be dark enough or not. Let me see. Decided to put it in my witch box because I will save that. I guess the best way to put that, why I save stuff like that, is because it's a simple little thing that a lot of people, they just see it as trash. They just see it as, something to throw away. It's like, why keep it? Well, it's one little thing. It's not causing anybody any harm. It's an item that is part of a nostalgic memory I may not be able to do again. I don't know what next year's going to hold. I don't know how many more events I'm going to go to, but it's my way of remembering it because during those instances when, I can't buy, like souvenirs of some sort to commemorate. Oh yeah, I remember when we went to that, then something like that. That's the bracelet they give you after you pay when you walk in to prove that you paid. So if you need to go out to your car for something or whatever, you can get back in and not have to pay $10 again. So I keep it. I put the date on it of what, why, where it came from. And then I keep it, I keep it as it's part of a memory, but then there's other times when I keep the memory. I don't worry so much about a physical item of any sort. I just keep the memory of going to a certain event and, how much fun it was. And, did I meet any new people there and everything, which nobody really came up and talked to us. Me, Normia, and Christy decided to be among those not hypnotized when they did the group hypnosis thing. We just watched it happen and watched the hypnotist there hypnotize everybody else, but we didn't want no part of it. So he's like, if you don't want to be hypnotized, that's cool, that's fine. No, we understand. And so I chose, not to be. It's like, no, I don't want to be hypnotized. I'm sorry, but I don't know you. I just walked in the door. You may look innocent and everything, but I think I'll sit this one out. And if I'm comfortable with what you're saying and everything, because you don't know what they're going to say until they start saying it, and then you got to be careful, because how do you know they're not giving you subliminal suggestions? So I was like, I don't know you. I don't trust you. I have no reason to trust you. So I'm going to sit this one out. And so the three of us watched, and I don't know if everybody in the room did it or how many people did it. I didn't pay attention, but he did make some valid points that, we all go through a type of hypnosis every day, because just everyday activities, all the different noises and sounds and everything around us, we get so overwhelmed with them, we tune a lot of them out. And we just focus on one thing. And that's, okay, what am I doing? Where am I trying to get to, and stuff like that. So he made some valid points. And I did learn a lot. The music was cool. Kind of reminded me of trance dance, which unfortunately me and Maria only got to go to once. We don't know if we'll ever get to do anything like that again, because the whole time we were there last night, it was only 2.5 hours. Nobody got up and danced. Everybody was just kind of sitting around talking, putting donations in the donation jar so they could get some kind of little alcohol, thing to drink or whatever. Because that's the kind of thing they had there. Is they had some alcohol, but you had to leave a donation in the jar to pay for it. I don't know who brought the stuff or whatever, but I imagine, it makes sense. That person needs to get their money back, unless they're filthy rich. And it's like, don't worry about it. Just put the money towards the next event, or put the money towards the shop or something, or I don't know. So far, I've talked to 2 different people at Enchanted. Both of them were equally nice. The second one that I talked to, I called because the first one that I talked to said, they asked me to call and let me know when I got my stuff, so that, and what I thought of it. And I said, okay, I will. So I did. And this time, second time around, I talked to a girl. First time around, it sounded like a young guy. And they're hiring right now. So I was just curious. I was like, I'm going to ask them what position they're hiring for. And it was the girl, the one that I just talked to. She said, oh yeah, that's mostly just for November. Cause I can understand where November is going to be their busiest time of year, because so they could use some extra help. So it would only be a temporary job, for the month of October. Would I love to do it? Oh my God, yes. I would literally drive down there. If they could help me with a place to stay and stuff like that. Sorry, sweating. Room and board and food, and whatever, then I would do it. But I would have to do it alone. I wouldn't be able to have Normia with me. I wouldn't be able to have anybody with me. I'd literally have to do it on my own, and I'd be gone a month. And my animals would hate me when I come back, especially Kalika. She would literally think that I had abandoned her. And it terrifies me to death. So if I was going to do something like that, the only way that I could really do it is if somebody did help me with a room and board situation and help me get food and everything, work out some kind of deal. I would maybe take Carmela and Kalika with me. That way it'd give the boys a break. At least I would have my 2 girls with me. And then that way they know I'm not abandoning them. But then they're liable to be traumatized and confused a little bit because we're going to be there for a month. So they might think we're staying there. And then when we have to come back and then they see that we're coming back into the house, and I don't know, if that's going to further traumatize them. So, excuse me. I don't see it as being very plausible, sadly. But if I was given the opportunity and I could figure out how to do it, I would in a heartbeat. The chance to be able to be there for a month, to live there for a month. And oh my gosh, that would be like the dream vacation for me. And even though I would be working, because I'd be helping out at the shop and everything, I would love every minute of it. And all I would ask of them is, it's like, look, guys, I have chronic lower back pain. I can't stand for a really long time. So just, I'll help every way that I can, but just bear with me. When I need to sit down, I need to sit down, because if I don't, then I'm not going to be any good to anybody, because I'm going to be in so much pain. I don't want to end up in like the hospital or something, and the Tylenols that I will have with me, that's over the counter stuff for pain, it might not be quite enough, so, but it would be an interesting opportunity. I would love to do. And I just asked them because I wanted to know. I was like, I'm just curious, what position are you guys hiring for? And you would probably have to live there to pull it off, most likely. And she said, yeah. And she said the month of October. And I said, okay. And then it all made sense, because like I said, that's their busiest time of year. And I can see why, and there's a lot of witch stores, a lot of occult stores in Salem, Massachusetts now. And I'm like, yes. But Enchanted, my first visit to Salem, Massachusetts, Enchanted is going to be the first shop. I don't care. It's going to be the first shop. No offense to any of the others or anybody that owns any of the others. I'm sure I'll love them all equally. But Enchanted is going to be the first shop I go in to meet everybody that's there at the time that I can, and to buy something, however small. Or if I've got, if I can do it on a payday, arrange it to be on a payday, then that's when I'll have the most money, that I'll be able to walk out of there with some goodies and bring them home. And that's if we do the weekend scenario, which to me right now is more plausible, but it would still involve a 12-hour drive to get there. And Chris wants to go, Normia wants to go, and Christy, but we have 12 cats between us. Normia has 4, I have 4, well, me and Chris has 4, and Christy has 4. So who would watch our cats? And it would be too hard. So if any of us are going to go, it's going to have to be 2 of us at a time, so that somebody can be here to watch the cats, So that's going to be at least 3 separate road trips. Try to do it while the weather's warm. And you're going to have the least amount of, like severe weather conditions to deal with that, are actually dangerous to be on the roads and driving 12 hours away, to Salem, Massachusetts. Try to leave it early in the morning as you can, so that you will get there, say you get up at 9 o'clock in the morning, and you literally get yourself out the door immediately. Eat on the way, eat breakfast on the way, try to maybe brush your teeth and stuff, real quick, and, maybe grab some coffee or whatever. Make sure listen to me, make sure the cooler is filled. Take some cold, sandwiches, some chips, some drinks, some ice, and that will be your food for on your way down there. And then this is how I would do it. Every 4 hours of driving, I would have to stop and take a break. And I would try not to take too long of a break, because the longer a break you take, the longer it's going to take to get there. So unless I can literally make myself get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, which I really would not want to do, so that we'd be able to get there 6 o'clock that night, so we could actually have time to shop and everything, and, maybe see the sights a little bit before we go back to our hotel room for the night and crash, and, eat something, have some kind of dinner from, somewhere, find someplace inexpensive to eat. So again, it would have to coordinate with a payday so that we would have money to spend to be able to feed ourselves, but save money also by taking a cooler full of cold cuts and stuff down there on the way down to get down there, so you don't have to stop anywhere. The only time you might have to stop is to use the bathroom. And just have like whatever conversation comes up as you're driving down. And, if there's more than two people driving, like say me and Chris go, I can drive for part of it. He can drive for part of it. Like, I would have no problem driving 8 hours of it, but I would still have to drop or stop after 4 hours of solid driving. Or we could just alternate. Like, I would drive for 4 hours. We'd stop and rest for a few minutes, and then he would drive the next 4 hours, because he would already have that previous rest while I was driving the first 4 hours, and so on, and just alternate. And that way you're not going to be overly tired when you get there. And then just, plan on doing stuff the next day, plan on doing all of your stuff the next day, because that way you're going to be able to just go get your hotel, get settled in, maybe do some dinner, a light meditation or something, before bed, take a shower, relax a bit, maybe go out and have drinks or something, because I'm sure there's going to be some places to do that. But yeah, I'm hoping sometime this spring when the weather starts getting really nice. I'm thinking probably realistically the earliest that the weather might have the best chance of being like really start being nice weather, the most favorable to drive in other words, would be probably the end of May, because that would definitely be a payday for me, because I would get paid 2 days before June 1st. And that would be the money for traveling, for keeping gas in the car, because I don't even know how far we would get before we'd have to gas up again. Is the car going to be able to drive 8 hours on a full tank? Is it going to be, so we'd have to take that into factor. It'd be a lot of fun. I hope we can do that. I really do. I would text Brooke on Signal and let her know that I'm doing a live, but somehow I don't think it'll matter, and I don't think she's gonna be up to coming on. So all I can do is just keep sending her and the boys my love and prayers, and try to send them good energy, and hope that the God and Goddess and the powers that be will help them through whatever this is they're going through, and let them be okay, But anyway, enough blathering from me. I'm not even going to worry about, like I said, casting circle or anything, because this place is well enough protected, and I've done it enough times in the past. I'll just get straight to the ritual. Okay, and it starts. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna need my glasses. Hang on. But anyway, in conclusion about me and my brother, I gave him a book. I have the same book, and it has to do with healing from growing up in a broken, dysfunctional home. And we're trying to work on our communication so that we're not hurting each other so much. But Carl apparently is forgetting that already and probably hasn't even read the book yet, hasn't even bothered, because he's being hurtful and mean to me again right now. So, all right, meaning of the word Ostara, Germanic, dawn deity, meaning the month of beginnings or the month of openings. Primary ritual focus, fertility, sunrise ceremonies, offerings to the goddess of spring. Age of holiday, 3000 BC or older. Popular mythos, return of the goddess from the underworld, Persephone. Astrological sign, 1 degree, Aries, fire, fixed. Planetary ruler, Mars. The custom of giving eggs on Ostara was known to the early Egyptians, Persians, Greeks, Romans, and Gauls. The symbol of life, the egg, stands for our cosmic universe. The practice of coloring these eggs also dates back to ancient civilizations. The Persians dyed theirs red, where folks in other countries chose a variety of colors obtained by boiling the eggs with flowers or vegetables to achieve unique coloring. From foodstuff and symbol of new life to courtly art object to household decoration to focus for juvenile games, the Easter egg has traveled a very long way. Wow, that's not much to say about Ostara, huh? Oh well, because it goes straight into the invocation. Ostara invocation, or Ouroboros, tell us the beginning has no end. Alpha and Omega all reside within. Pisces swims beyond the veil, Aries on the rise. Mars becomes the focal point, capturing the prize. The moon slips through her mansions, dancing in the signs. Stars are fixed, yet active, the treasures of the mind. The air is filled with harmony of plant and bloom and bud. Each egg foretells the birthing of peace and joy and love. Persephone emerges as winter falls away. Mother Earth rejoices, her daughters come to stay. As days grow long and nights are warm, the goddess reigns supreme. Her power rises in my blood, I command all things unseen. Magic symbols, knots and cords, wand and staff and blade. Earth and water, fire and air become the witch's trade. I am the ground, the sea, the sky, the breezes, springtime sweet. Gods and spirits dance the round within this circle meet. I conjure thee, O leaves of spring, hyacinth and myrtle, roses, lilacs, lavender, black earth, warm and fertile. Gifts of Gaia, green man rule, my wishes come to form. Good fortune roots within my world, prosperity is born. Magical ideas for your Ostara Sabbat ritual. So this is a Sabbat. Color and empower Ostara eggs for health, wealth, and prosperity. Celebrate the return of the goddess by conjuring potted plants and giving them to friends and loved ones. Incorporate chocolate into your Ostara ritual. Review the items in your magical cabinet or box and replace what is needed. Empower the supplies during the Ostara ritual. Bless seeds for the garden. Hold your ritual at dawn. Ostara or spring equinox is solar driven. The sun moves from mutable watery Pisces to cardinal fiery Aries. Aries is a great starter sign, but it manages to poop out along the way. Any magic done while the sun or moon is in Aries should be supplemented with other workings later on. Okay, so color and empower Ostara eggs for health, wealth, and prosperity. That one I can do. Can't do the chocolates, unfortunately. Well, I kind of replaced some magical items, but I haven't really gone out and candle shopped or anything. Just haven't had the money. Seeds for garden. I've already got some plants growing. They seem to be doing really good. Holding the ritual at dawn. Now that is definitely a thing that I would never be able to do because I'm not a morning person, so it would be difficult for me to get up at dawn just to do ritual. But I do have, a bunch of plastic eggs in there yet that I have. They're just sitting in there in a basket on the dining room table that I never use for anything. I could just probably do like a spell egg or something like that. Maybe put some crystal bits in it, put some herbs in it, to bring like good fortune and, good luck, positive things into your life in this coming spring and summer. And I say this coming spring because to me, this is the prelim. This is the preliminary to spring. It's not spring yet because it's still cold out. It's not spring to me really truly until, the weather starts warming up, itching again from sweating and everything. But when it really starts warming up outside and it's really nice out, then that for me would be more considered, springtime. However, see, here's my player's handbook. So I wasn't bullshitting when I said, we literally are going to be playing D&D. And here is a character I have to build on later. She is also an elf, but we never got anywhere with that one. And now this one, I've got my papers here and Normia's. My character name is Althea, Altheaea. I'm a druid noble. I'm a moon elf. I'm of the high elf class, So tonight will be fun, and I appreciate that Chris is trying to go slow like he is. So until we can get some experience and everything, then we can go on like a real quest or something of that nature. Oh, why did I do that? I can still maybe do some of this. Whoop. I'm, distracted, so forgive me. I'm just, trying to deal with and kind of frustrated at Carl because he's being mean and hurtful again for no reason, as usual. Okay, I guess that was the first chapter. Okay, this book is called Living Wicca by Scott Cunningham. I would recommend this book if you have a family that would really like to get into Wicca and do it together. So I will read. I think that's still way too far. Hang on. Okay, so yeah, there's not that many pages. I will try to read at least there's 12 pages in this chapter, so let's see if I can at least get through the first chapter. Just to give you guys something else to kind of mull over and, maybe inspire you. If you want to go out and get this book, you can maybe try to find it at a library or find it online at Amazon or something, because this was only $12.95 US. Canada, it's $19.95. So if you like what you hear, you can always find a way to get it and read it, or you can maybe download it on Kindle for free. Just if you have Kindle, see if you like it. Tools of learning. Members of covens have access to teachers, attend learning circles, and can enjoy the experience of other Wiccans in guiding and enriching their Wiccan knowledge. Solitary Wiccans lack all of these opportunities. What then are our tools of learning? We must be creative. Self-teaching, which is what I did, is a great challenge, but it can be accomplished through the use of 4 tools: study, thought, prayer, experimentation. The use of these tools is the most effective method by which solitary Wiccans can increase their knowledge and understanding of Wicca. This 4-fold approach may answer nearly every question you have if you're willing to trust yourself, if you're willing to think, and if you're not caught up in worrying that you're doing something incorrectly. There's no one correct method of casting a circle, of invoking the goddess and god, of ritually observing the seasons, or performing Wiccan magic. The fact that there are numerous methods of casting circles, invoking the goddess and god, and observing the seasons points to the unique opportunity that lies in wait for the solitary Wiccan to discover new forms of worship that others conditioned to accept only certain avenues of Wiccan expression may have missed. How can you do this? By studying, thinking, praying, and experimenting. Study. Books have always been tools of magic. With the turn of a page, we can be transported to the bottom of the ocean, to the limitless desert, to the surface of the moon. Books can lift our spirits, heal our wounds, steel our courage, and strengthen our religious resolve. They can also arouse our curiosity, sharpen our minds, teach us new skills, and later our opinions. Books are powerful tools of change. Many people first learn of Wicca through reading books, and most use books to guide their first steps on the Wiccan path. Such books, if written in a clear manner by experienced Wiccans, can be valuable learning tools. Quality books of this kind become their readers, high priestess and high priest, coveners and friends. Indeed, due to the scarcity of those willing to teach Wicca and the small number of students that they can effectively instruct, we've thrown the mantle of experience and authority around books written by Wiccan authors. Such works have largely become the teachers of the new era of Wicca. Sometimes, however, reading more than a few books may lead to confusion. Authors may make contradictory statements regarding Wiccan ritual, practices, and concepts. Some may deliberately obscure Wiccan knowledge with mystic prose. The solitary Wiccan grasping for answers may only come up with more questions, as expert after expert states that he or his or her or his way is the best or most effective. This tendency is disappearing in Wiccan books today, but many older books that contain such statements are still in print. One book may state the altar is always in the east, and another the north. An author might write that counterclockwise movement within the circle is forbidden. Another will direct the reader to move in precisely this direction. Dates and names for the Sabbats and Esbats vary widely according to the author. Tools are given, differing names, attributes, and functions. Eventually, the books that originally inspired the new solitary Wiccan may become a source of confusion and despair, and she or he may pack them away, deciding that no real learning can be achieved with them. This is a shame and can be avoided by keeping this concept in mind. Each book is a different teacher. Each teacher has distinct ideas concerning the subject being taught. Think of 4 experienced race car drivers who are teaching beginners. Each instructs his or her student in the basics of this dangerous sport. The fastest engine designs, the best oil, the most effective strategy to use during the races themselves. Each driver teaches this subject in a different way and expresses her or his biases, but they're all teaching racing. Wiccan books as teachers are quite similar. Experience and training have created specific ideals concerning Wicca within each book's writer, and these ideals are clearly presented within her or his books. Divergences of opinion are natural, and experts in any field and shouldn't dismay those who are confronted by them. When you're challenged with seemingly contradictory information, examine this information and make a decision as to which to follow. Listen to your intuition. In other words, feel free to pick and choose among the published rituals and ritual textbooks to decide what feels right. It's this selectivity that will usually prove to be the most effective. I can already hear some of you saying, wait, I could never do that. I wouldn't know if I was doing it right. I need someone to teach me. That's where you come in. You become your own teacher, and books provide some of the lessons. Learn to trust yourself. Settle questions in the best way that you can. Think, pray, experiment. See the next 3 sections of this chapter and just do it. Doggone it. I hate when I freaking keep itching down there. Urgh. Books aren't foolproof. Some books contain virtually no accurate information. Many readers are apt to believe anything in print. After all, they say it's in this book right here. That proves it's true. Unfortunately, nearly anyone can write a book and even have it published. Does this ensure that its contents are true? No. In fact, a few specialty publishers continue to publish lie-packed books describing the satanic nature of Wicca. Wicca is not satanic. That describe its rites as those of human sacrifice? No. Orgies and prayers to the devil? No. Such books written by a few virulent, self-styled Christians are easily spotted among others on the shelves by the repeated use of biblical quotations. These hateful tomes have nothing to teach and are best avoided. Other books, while written by scholars or others interested in accurately recording Wiccan beliefs and practices, may contain misinformation. Most surveys of Wiccan belief, such as by Tanya Luhrmann's Persuasions of the Witch's Craft, are so slanted by the author's bias that little truth has managed to squeeze onto their pages. Again, it's best to avoid books of this nature and all books written by non-Wiccans about Wicca. Another pitfall that may be encountered within books consists of glowing descriptions of negative magic. Such passages are usually found in spell books, not in Wiccan texts. Still, solitary Wiccans are apt to pursue magical texts, and the majority of these describe the wonders of cursing and reveal numerous methods of hexing one's enemies. Such books may otherwise contain fine information, but passages like these can perpetuate the false idea that negative magic is acceptable. No, it isn't. Material of this nature can be weeded out by a simple recitation of the Wiccan law. Harm none. Finally, some older books by Wiccans contain what seem to be absolute statements of fact that are absolutely false, such as Wicca is a British religion. No, it's not. You must be naked in your rites. No, you don't have to be. Sexual rites are necessary in Wicca. No, they're not. Or our old friend, only a witch can make a witch. Not true. These statements are framed within the context of these authors' Wiccan traditions, or what they call Wiccan that are not, and may be quite correct within them. However, they have no validity to those outside their tradition. Such statements, where they appear in books, needn't concern us. One of the most popular forms of misinformation concerning Wicca are found in books on the ancient history of Wicca. I won't add to this argument, but I will advise you to read tales of ancient Wicca with a great deal of discernment and a large grain of salt. While books aren't infallible sources of information, they can be valuable allies on the solitary path if you keep these things in mind. 1. Books are tools that are meant to be used. They provide lessons. We have to put the lessons to work. 2. Books can't answer every question, but neither can any high priestess or teacher. 3. Be discriminating when reading books. If an author makes wild statements that you know to be untrue, consider the book as a possible source of incorrect information. 4. Mark up your books, underline with pencils important passages, or use bookmarks to indicate valuable sections. You may wish to add to the index. Many Wiccans do this. Purists may purchase a second copy of the same book and leave this one in pristine condition on the shelf. 5. Combine information from a number of books on a specific topic, such as magic, energy raising, or circle construction. Write notes and study the combined teachings of several books. This may facilitate the process of assimilating and using this information and will give you a greater chance of finding what's right for you. This process of collecting information, combining it, and utilizing it is one of the most important parts of learning any new skill, profession, hobby, or religion. See Part 3 of this book. 6. If books are too expensive for your budget, budget differently, or haunt used bookstores in your area. Libraries are another possible source of Wiccan books, but don't expect to find them on the shelf. They're usually stolen if openly shelved. Most libraries keep occult books behind the counter or in storage. Some librarians may look with disgust at you for checking out books on Wicca. If this is a problem, say you're working on a paper, ask the person if she or he has a problem, or simply say nothing and stare down the librarian. Actually, most librarians don't care what books are checked out. 7. Finally, don't see reading as a passive activity. Make it an active process in which you play a vital role. Question everything, even this book and these instructions. Think about what you're learning. Never take an author at her or his word. Search for similar themes. Remember, harm none. Books are wonderful teachers. Harm none books are wonderful teachers, but we must allow ourselves to hear their messages and trust ourselves so that their lessons can begin to unfold. Thought. I've already mentioned the importance of independent thought during study. This thought process should continue after you've closed the book. Many Wiccan teachers state that the classes that they lead are just the beginning of the lesson, that they should be springboards to continual learning. This can take place only when we reflect upon what we're being taught. This is in direct opposition to the think this way, believe this way attitude of most educational systems in this country. Independent thought thrusts a stick into the spokes of conventional education and is seen as a real threat to the old order. It discourages at any but the highest levels of education and in the most obscure disciplines. Master's degree programs, medical research, physics, and so on. Thought is often combined with questioning. The question initiates the learning process. How do I make a magic circle, for instance? Can be answered by reading, then reflecting on what's been learned. This thought process must follow the uncovering of new information if it is to be available for use as needed. Thinking through new materials, such as various methods of casting the circle, allows you to closely examine it to weed out unsatisfactory information. If a published athame consecration leaves you cold or requires two people, you can easily place it in the inactive file of your mind. Thus, thinking about what you've learned is part of the process of elimination and of finding your ideal Wiccan practice. It's an integral aspect of the learning process. Everything stated above applies equally to questions regarding the nature of the goddess and god, reincarnation, morality, and every other aspect of Wiccan belief and practice. Many new solitary Wiccans have a great number of questions regarding the goddess. What does she look like? What's the best method of contacting her? Is she really real? Can I touch her? Where did she come from? Which myths should I use? Many of these and similar questions can be answered through study and thought. Others require prayer and experimentation. Thought should also be combined with feeling. We've been taught to distrust our feelings. In Wicca, however, we can realize that our feelings are usually what attracted us to Wicca in the first place. Would it be wise to toss them aside? I don't think so. Intuition, the unexplained knowledge or feeling that makes itself known in our conscious minds, is a form of psychic awareness. Use of this tool while learning Wicca is of the utmost importance, for it's the filter through which you can evaluate questionable information. Your reactions to this information may profoundly affect your final decisions. Thought, then, is a necessary part of learning solitary Wicca. It can be summed up in the following manner: determine questions, study to uncover knowledge, determine your feelings concerning this knowledge, rely on your intuition. Based on this, determine what information is applicable to your solitary Wiccan practice. Such processes are necessary for solitary Wiccans. Reflect on what you've studied, trust yourself, your intuition, your feelings, and learn. Prayer. Prayer is another tool to open to the Wiccan. When you're absolutely stuck, when the information can't be found in books, or when found confuses you, when you have a real need for assistance, ask for it. Prayer of this nature needn't be accompanied by lengthy ritual, particularly if you haven't yet determined your best ritual forms. You might accompany your prayer with the lighting of a candle or a walk in the woods or park. You may pray while petting your cat, staring into a fire, standing in a shower, or sinking into a tub. You might also use a popular tool of divination, such as tarot cards, a pendulum, rune stones, but use such tools following prayer, not before. The structure of the prayer isn't as important as the emotion that you place within it and the clarity of your request. You might direct it solely to the goddess or to both the goddess and the god. Express your need for this information or for guidance with the present situation and thank them in advance for their assistance. True prayer is more than spoken words, for the devotee releases energy through the prayer to the goddess and god, because nature abhors a vacuum, and an answer will appear. This answer may take many forms. It can be something as simple as a voice suddenly saying, I have much to teach you. Place 2 candles on the altar. Hold Sabbats at night after everyone is asleep. You need not initiate yourself at this time. Wine is fine, but apple cider or grape juice can also be used. Such direct communication with the goddess is possible because we each contain a spark of her divine fire within us. However, such direct communication is rather rare. More commonly, the messages may appear in symbolic form. A cloud may suggest a shape. The shape may suggest an answer. Cards or stones or the movement of a pendulum could give you answers. Prayers for information before going to sleep might be answered in dreams. Record all such important dreams. Think about them and determine if they're relevant to your question. During sleep, communication with the goddess and god is much easier, for the doubting conscious mind has been unchained, and we operate in the subconscious or psychic mind. There are numerous other ways in which your prayer may be answered. You may suddenly find a book that contains the needed information, or come across an article in a Wiccan publication that's just arrived in the mail. Prayers are always answered, but not always in direct ways. Keep in mind, however, that the answers you receive may not be relevant for anyone but yourself. If the goddess has spoken to you, it is to you that she has spoken, not to all Wiccans. Her messages may have little or no meaning to others. If you've always been fascinated by semi-precious stones and she tells you to create a circle with them, this knowledge is correct for you, but may be completely incorrect for others. Divine revelations are usually of a personal, not global nature, though knowledge received in this fashion certainly should be used. It doesn't invalidate the ways of other Wiccans. Though we may receive divine messages, no one can ever be the spokesperson for the goddess. Answers received in prayer deserve attention and thanks. Rites of thanks to the goddess and God can be found in chapter 10. Don't discount prayer as a tool of information gathering. It seems ethereal, but when we consider its source, is this so surprising? Experimentation. So you've read many books, thought about what you've read, and compiled information from a number of sources. You've filtered this knowledge through the sieve of your feelings, intuition, and have prayed to the deities for assistance. What's next? Putting the information into practice. Wicca is, after all, a living religion. Religions don't exist within theories and ritual plans. They come to life only when they're being practiced and lived. The outer forms, rituals, use of tools are important because they symbolize non-physical processes and remind us of what we're doing in Wicca in the first place. Begin to experiment with various ritual forms, piece them together in various ways, discarding unsuccessful combinations and holding on to those that you find fulfilling. Questions such as, is this the right way? Am I doing it wrong? Should not be allowed to interfere with your creative process. Such questions will only delay your progress. The process of experimentation is necessary for determining all aspects of solitary Wicca. Everything from seasonal festivals to esbats, power raising and sending techniques, magical rituals, the use and meaning of tools, self-initiations, and every other exterior aspect of Wicca. This 4-step self-learning plan can certainly be of value in sharpening your Wiccan beliefs and practices. How important is reincarnation in your Wiccan practice? How far can the law harm none be taken? When's the best time to perform rituals? Do you have to hold a circle on every full moon and Sabbath? Can you do them at other times as well? Each of these questions can be answered through study, thought, prayer, and experimentation. A complete guide to creating your own solitary Wiccan tradition and writing your own book of shadows can be found in part 3 of this book. The information in that chapter should be useful if you decide to take this step. You may decide that none of this is necessary. You might find a set of rituals and follow them to the exclusion of any others. This too is fine, but when you have questions about these rituals, you may wish to use the process outlined in this chapter to discover the answers. The path of the solitary Wiccan can be difficult, but the school of trial and error is an excellent one. As your experience increases, so will your knowledge, and so too will your questions, which will lead to study, thought, prayer, and experimentation. Having access to all the answers isn't the goal of the solitary Wiccan. Finding the most important of those answers is, and we can find them by practicing our religion and through the use of these tools of learning. Oh, golly! I thought I had a bookmark in one of these, and it like fell out or something. Part 3, Part 2. Part 3, your own tradition. Yay. And then I also have a Wiccan healing book down there. But I also, here, there is one. Figured there was. I doubt it. I need to. Clarify something. You can tell how hoarse that makes me reading that much. I do things the way I do. Like, I might read a couple of sections out of that book, but I don't read through the whole thing, and I can't make any promises that I will, because I might read some of it, but I would really rather, if people see this live and they want to study themselves, do like I did. I'm self-taught. I was born a natural witch, so a lot of it just comes to me. You know, I don't really need the books, but the books, listen to me. The books are informative, and, you know, they do help you along if you get stuck and if you're not sure if you're doing it right. But you gotta, if you're doing it, if you're worried about doing it right, don't. Because even if you're messing up, you're still gaining experience, okay? As you do it more often, then you will be able to determine for yourself, especially if you do decide to pursue it and you feel like, yeah, this is for me, I want to do this, it feels right in here, then, you know, do it. But don't ever do it because you feel forced. Don't do it because somebody else is doing it, because you want to fit in, you want to be cool, and, you know, none of that. Don't. Only do it if it feels right in here. What the heck? Let me go check something. It sounds like someone at the door. Look out. I'm coming. Look out, guys. Oh, my God. Woo. Look out, guys. Daddy heavy stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, are you okay?
Oh.
You need your inhaler? Can you reach it? Look out, quick. Give him a minute, Sissy. Give him a minute. Don't move him or anything. He's milling. You can tell he's really having trouble.
Yeah.
Trying to get his breath back. I can imagine how heavy that thing was. I didn't even hear him go out. Look out, look out, look out. You need your inhaler? Can you get it? I swear I didn't even hear him. And then all of a sudden I heard, like, really hard. I'm like, what the?
I was getting my keys. I was gonna help.
I got up and
I was gonna help.
I heard it again. I'm like, oh crap. So I like practically run to the door. I was like, uh-oh.
You had to get a new scooter?
Yeah, because ours died.
Dang, how long you had the other one?
I'm doing a live, so we get to do an unboxing. Yay!
Who's on?
Just nobody. It's a public one though. But this is your box, Sissy, so I want you to enjoy this.
Yeah, the little one looks like.
Yeah, that's because remember, these are only $25 boxes. Here. Use that. That's what I use. Unboxing. This is her Salem box, her enchanted box. Because I got me one, and then I got her one like shortly after. So we get to see what yummies and goodies she got.
Oh, no. Got my name on it.
Which color
There
do
you
you
go.
want, Maria?
What color do you want? You got us some dice bags.
You got blue? Oh,
There's a blue.
that's a black one right there, ain't it?
Yeah.
That one's black. This is blue.
And there's two of each color. So if you want a black one, he'll give you the other black one. Do you want the black one or do you want blue? Our dice bags for our D&D.
No, I'll take the black.
You like
and blue?
You like the blue?
I like both. Black and blue. I'll take this one.
Yeah, just take your blue one then.
The dice is right over there. I left it here.
He's got your dice. I'll put my pink ones in here in a little bit.
Oh, okay, it's up.
See, they said
Ooh,
they
that's-
try not to break the seal. Try to go under it like I did. I love that they do that. They do the little wax seal. I think it's so cute, so adorable. If you break it, don't worry about it. I just, I try not to break it because that's just me.
I'm trying not to either. There you go, I didn't.
It's her little thank you card that they send.
Oh,
Isn't that sweet?
Yeah.
Yep. And it just says, enchanted to meet you. Thank you for your order. Same one I got. That's your receipt.
Here to give me the seat.
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
Of course.
I'm going to put it in here.
There you go, Maria.
There you go. There's your dice.
That's the pink one?
No,
Oh.
mine are the pink ones, and I'm gonna put mine in the lavender.
That's the
I picked the lavender pouch.
Mine is. I forgot the
Yeah,
color.
yours are black. Yours are
Almost
black and
like a
some
blue.
other color.
Black and red.
Here, put your
Yeah,
card in
black
there
and
with it.
red. I meant to say.
Yeah, we're gonna fill that thing up again. Here, let me give you one of these, or we can do it that way. Either way. Here you go. Here's that. Lots of peanuts. So we didn't get to see my unboxing, but at least we got to see hers.
Wow. I do that different. I can see it already.
Oh, cool. My D&D dice.
Look. Look. They gave me this.
Yeah, yours got designs on them.
Yeah, I know. Stars.
Yeah, mine was plain, but that's okay. I've got others that have designs on them, so it's no biggie.
Oh my lord. They didn't know what I want.
Ooh, pretty. She got a cage, got a couple of spears in there. Looks like the clear one's rose quartz and the blue one could be sodalite or it could be lapis lazuli.
Okay, I don't know what this is.
Incense!
Oh, it's incense.
Uh-huh.
3 of them.
You got sun. You got Om. You got Om.
Oh, wow.
You got
Do
sun
they know
and you
what-
got
they know
amber.
what we look like or something?
Maybe they did. Like they said, they go on intuition. Ooh, you got a bar of soap. Lucky girl.
Smell that. You can smell that.
Oh, wow.
I can smell.
That smells really good. Yay, she got the witch house sticker. Frankincense, lavender, and rosemary. Oh, man.
my lord.
That's really nice.
Both.
Yep, you got the Recover bath bomb, and you got one called Rise. She's got a real nice bar of soap. Some meditation is frankincense, lavender, and rosemary.
I wouldn't know what this, but
Smells really
I
good.
don't.
Ooh, whoa, what is
Wow.
that?
I don't know what that one
That looks
is.
like a candle holder.
Are you
You,
sure?
yeah, you could do like a votive candle in there, or oh, you got a beeswax. There you go. That's what it's for.
Oh, wow.
She got a beeswax
What's the last
candle
one?
from Salem. Yay! And that's a real pretty holder they gave her.
I got a book.
They got you all. They gave you a book.
They gave me a book.
Oh, you're lucky. I didn't get it.
What is the book about?
I don't know. Let me see.
Yes.
The Little Book of Witchcraft. That is so cute.
Well, I guess they thought I needed. It's funny, but that's what I.
Isn't it ironic?
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny because I said that.
Oh, that's really pretty. Those are really pretty colors, like sunset colors or sunshine colors. Yay, red! Get the big red one. Here, I got everything right here.
Oh, I can't
So you got amber incense, you got sun incense, you got om, you got your nice soap there.
Well,
And your
whoever
little,
did
your
it.
little critters here. I love that bag. Isn't that pretty?
Oh, I've told us
That
that.
bag is real pretty.
Oh my God! How you expect me to put this in the cage?
The blue one would fit in there. I mean, either of them probably would. You want me to?
I don't. I like the way it. Oh, I like the stars.
It's black and
Oh
gold.
my Lord!
Isn't
I
that
like
pretty?
that.
What? Now, what is the bigger bag for? I forget.
Oh, I need a little bit bigger.
That's not the rest of your dice, is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Barely fits.
I gotta find my big bag of, because I don't even know where my big bag of dice is.
Look how pretty.
Yep, that's either a sodalite or it could be lapis lazuli because both of those are blue.
I don't think this is good.
Well-
Yeah, well, you can just pry it apart enough to fit it in there.
That set doesn't fit in either. I had a complete set, then I just keep to the
Here. Yeah, it's kind of tricky. Here, let me hold it open or something. You want the blue one in there?
Yeah, I want the little one there. I like the. You don't.
Voila!
Oh, you little you.
I'll just keep these in the big red bag too for now because these are for the rest of the dice in the
This
big
ain't
black
gonna
bag.
come off, is it?
Nope. It's in there good. And it's going to be even harder to get out. So it'll be fine. And then you got
You still got the other ones?
Yeah, I
Oh
don't
my
know
goodness.
exactly where they are right this second, but yeah, I would just keep your stuff in your pouch until we can find them. They're around here somewhere. I try to not let them get buried because I don't want them
They
to.
gave me two, one blue,
Uh-huh.
one white.
Gave you a clear quartz and then gave you a blue one.
This
So like I
is
said,
clear.
that's clear quartz.
What is this one then?
That one, like I said, it's either blue lapis lazuli or it could be sodalite. It could be either one. Because both of those tend to be blue and stuff. Don't forget your pouch. Just keep them in your pouch,
I am
until you're
for
ready
right
to
now.
wear them or whatever. And I'll let you know when I find the little cages and stuff. So. At least that way, and then just keep everything in your box. Because I did rattle off to that chick, I did rattle off the fact that you were December 1st, was your birthday. And that was all that I was able to say, I think, about yours. Yeah, some of the pages are black. They just probably do that
No,
just
it's
for
not black.
difference.
No,
Yeah,
it's all
some of the
white.
pages are black. Yeah, but look, some of them are black. Look, see?
Oh,
It's actually black. That's really cute, though. So anytime you want me to read this for you, let me know, and I'll read it for you. And that's your incense.
can't smell this
Then
one.
open it.
Yeah,
You want to cut it open?
No, I got it. Look,
Got it?
yeah. Let's get it smell. Smells like cocoa.
Wow. I like it.
Smells
A
like
nice scent.
cocoa.
It smells like a nice
Yeah.
a nice perfume to me.
Perfume, but
Yeah.
how can I smell cocoa
Mhm.
on it? Maybe it ain't. Okay. I do like the candle.
Yeah, you got a beeswax candle.
What is the beeswax candle?
Beeswax, that's literally from a beehive. That's
Okay.
the wax from a beehive. Okay? They will burn longer because they're beeswax. And I don't know if I don't think they bespelled it or anything. So that's pretty much whatever you want, kind of spell work you want to do with it, you can do with it. Just make that your focus when
How about these?
that is sun incense and amber.
This is sun.
Mm-hmm. And that one's amber.
Amber. Almost look the same, right?
And I remember thinking that today. I remember thinking, I bet she'll get her box today. So I'm glad it came. Yeah, sometimes they're tricky to get out. There you go. Carmela, quit.
Good.
Oh, wow.
That smells
Yeah, it does. It's got a nice scent.
good. I know. Let me try this one.
Let me put this one back. So her sun incense has got a nice smell.
Oh, you didn't get your thing with the belt. You came with.
No, it'll be a few days yet before we get that because of how recently I ordered it and stuff. No, it's a strong one, huh?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh wow, that's real nice. I like that.
I like that too.
There you go.
Well, I guess they know what we like then.
Yep.
I don't know how.
Was
they
that
do
all
it.
that was coming for me? Was the bags? What is that?
Okay, right after that.
What are you looking for?
He already got my dice in?
Yep, your dice are already in there. And there's your. Well, your wax set. What are you looking for?
Black and red.
Uh-huh.
It's black and red.
No, here, there.
Yeah, black and red, purple in it. It's got purple in it too, and red. Okay.
Oh, it's a little lighter. That's cool.
Look at that.
I like that. That's
He
cool.
ordered that, did he?
For me.
He ordered
What?
that.
Oh,
He ordered that.
thank
I
you.
told you one of the items was for you.
Aww. Yay. He gave me fire. I'm going to burn stuff. That's really nice. I like that. Don't put your dice in there. If you put your dice in there, you'll get them confused. You think that's, you're like, where's my dice? Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Awesome.
Well, what's that supposed to do?
Watch. Don't see this. Okay, first you do that. All right. Watch. See that little light up there? Don't touch it. That's fire. It will literally burn
What do you
you.
mean fire? That means that's
It will burn you.
That means
That's how he just lit that candle.
that you can lit that.
Yes. That's how he just lit the candle.
The way you do it,
I turned it on already.
you got to
The blue.
turn it on.
Yep. And then press that button. And that little thing lights up, and that's what lights stuff for you.
I like that. I
That's
do
cool.
like that. Wow.
Thank
I
you.
wonder how much that costs.
USB-C charging, so you can use one
Oh,
of
so
those.
that's the charging cord for it?
Yeah, how much
Okay.
is that? I love that.
I don't know, but that's cute as hell.
It is cute. I like it.
It's Suprus. I like that. That's really nice.
So what came in here?
That was your alm incense. That was this.
Oh, there it
That
is.
was that one. Yep. Oh crap. I better get that down or I'm gonna end up knocking it over. Breaking something. Now that I like. That's cool. Okay, so
I like
you
all
you
of it.
push up it lights up, and then there's this little button you press. See the little purple light in the top? That actually lights stuff. So you use it as it's a lighter. That is so cool. I love it. That's your holder for your beeswax. Yeah, because remember, this is a $25 box, and they do tell you that there can be at least one item in there that's worth 50 or more.
Really?
But there's no way of determining which item is worth more than 50. I'm just thrilled to have anything from there. That is a cute little book.
Probably what you could do.
Yeah, it's a beginner's book. It's a beginner's book for witches. When you're learning, you're new to the craft and everything. Like I said, anytime you want me to read it to you, just let me know and I'll read it to you. Yeah, you get a lot of peanuts with the orders from Salem.
They got from 6 to 68.
Mhm.
This is neat.
It's really cute. I like it.
I do too. I'd like to know what could you do something in it?
Well, it's a book of witchcraft, so yeah, it's probably all kinds of stuff you can do with it. Okay, I'm going to. Where's going to be a good place to keep this? I don't want to lose it. Put it in there. Fits, right? Yes. And I'll put the little paper in there, a little card, so I don't lose any of it. Just got to remind myself that's where it is.
And you wash it.
And that's soap. Yeah.
But I
That's
don't
a
think
nice
it's for
one.
your face, is it?
Yes, it's soap. You can use it on your body. No problem. Just any natural soap, just like we would get from Creepy Hollows or anything like that. It's just someone made it.
I thought it was a mailman we were going to get. This is the same as this. Just a star on it.
Yep.
I think, yeah. Then the moon. Got both.
So now you got yours.
I'll have to go get the other one next month.
Yep. And our Temu stuff, don't even look for a week and a half, because that's how long it can take to get here, even though it's only 2 items.
Yeah, just the belt in your
And that top,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's only a 1X, I think, or maybe a 2X. I think it's an XX large, so it might be a 2X. But I just hope it fits. If it don't, I'm gonna have to just put it up until I can slim down enough to fit in it. But they have these specially made pants that you can get on there, but which I'm going to get some. And they've got like 3 pair of underwear you can use for the same reason. So I'm going to get one of each color of the underwear, because they got pink, they got like a beige, and they got black. And they're especially designed to help you burn belly fat.
what is
These fat burner stuff that I found on Temu. And then they have these pants, these long pants that you can put on, that the inner layer of them is designed to help you sweat, so that you sweat a lot of fat and everything off that way. So the trick with something like that is, as long as you keep yourself hydrated, you should be fine. Because you're when you're sweating all that salt out, then you could get dehydrated. So you got to replenish the salt by doing something like
you need to eat.
Propel or something like that replenishes Gatorade, that replenishes electrolytes.
Yeah,
That's the only thing. And I got the biggest size in the pants that they had. That's what I will when I get my check and everything. So, because this, I thought I was losing it. But I still look down and I see my stomach and it looks the same. And I'm like, I'm trying to take my medicine the way I'm supposed to and everything, but it's just not happening fast enough. And I just still feel like I'm still way too heavy.
You don't think you
So-
lose
It doesn't. Sometimes it seems like it to me, but sometimes it don't. And it just seems like it's just almost going too slow. The only other thing I could do, and it would be against doctor's permission, because I don't know if it would be safe to take a chance and do it on my own, or ask the doctor first if it would be okay for me, because I take 2 of the weight loss a day. Just take them both at the same time. So I'm taking it all at once instead of 25 for my first meal of the day, 25 for my last meal of the day, because the 25s just aren't working fast enough. So, if I could take both of them today in, one time a day and still, benefit, and it won't be hurtful in any way to me or my body or send me into shock or anything like that, then I don't see anything wrong with that. When in doubt, ask the doctor first. Say, hey, would it be okay for me to just take both of these at the same time, because the weight loss is just going too slow?
She probably told you, yeah. Huh? She probably told you.
Oh, man. My lighter finally died.
You got your new one. You should.
I know. I so should. Now, this is a practical gift I really like.
I do too.
It's like, cool. Nope. Don't fit far enough down in. Shut it off. Don't fit far enough in. But that's okay. That's what I've got my backup lighters for. There we go. But at least, when I use a lighter, I use all the fluid. Honey, it's going to do that because the thing is so big. You can't, there's no way you can make that shrink down. Still pretty, though. Can. I like it.
You can shrink.
That blue one's pretty.
They know I like blue.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And I rattled off, my favorite color, purple, my favorite scent, rose and lavender. And I said, as far as crystals, I said, I just leave myself open and trust that if a certain crystal is meant to come to me, it will. The person that's packing my order will be drawn to a certain one, and that's the one that will come to me. So I try to keep myself open. Because I've got too many favorites. I don't know that I could limit it to just one.
I'm the same way.
But on the top of my list, I would say moldavite. So I might just do that when I place our $50 order. When I get my check, I'll just say, my favorite crystals, moldavite.
That is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Moldavite.
Yep.
I was holding it yesterday while I was over there at the place.
Mm-hmm.
Just holding it.
Yeah. Yep.
I was just holding it, and I just felt it. I felt the room.
Uh-huh.
Listen to the music, and I'm just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Holding it.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
I wanted to for some reason.
Yeah.
I just felt like it.
I would have liked to have gotten one of those pre-rolls, man. Oh, the pre-rolls that they had at Witch Lab, especially the one that they had for pain. Oh my God, I wish I could have got one of those.
The store
that would have been awesome. Yeah, that we went to before we went to the event. Remember they had those pre-rolls, and you said I showed those to you yesterday.
Yeah, I did.
And I didn't remember them, but this time I focused on them. I was like, "Ooh, what's this?"
Yeah, I showed it to you.
So but
you didn't listen.
That's okay. Hopefully,
you're talking about the big long, the big long
taper candles.
And
the tubes. The tubes, the glass tubes. Yeah,
it was like that big.
Yeah, they were pre-rolls, and they had different ones for different. Yeah, she told me what each one was and what it did, and when she said the first one was pain, that's the one I would have liked to have gotten, but I wouldn't have been able to get that and get into the event because I didn't have that much money.
How much was it?
That pre-roll, I think that particular one was only $10. I think.
Wow.
I mean. But it's another one of those. I'm hoping that they'll have them like refilled, and they'll still have plenty of them, or they'll have them refilled by the time we go down there when I get my check. And then that way I can get the ones that I think would be the most helpful for me right now. But I wanted to do a live stream. I already did my Ostara. And I'm going to either try to keep it running and then just take it down. Take it downstairs with us when we do our D&D tonight, because I'm going to live stream that on mine. Because I think he's right. I think that would be cool content to have on your YouTube, and I don't mind having it on mine. I think because it's a special thing. It's the first time I've played in years, playing with friends and family, and it's Ostara, celebrating Ostara today. So I can't think of a better way to do it than something like that and put it on the live. So what I might do is I might have to end up shutting the live stream off to go downstairs, because we might lose signal if we don't, and it's still going. That's fine, because I'll just unplug it, carry it downstairs, carry down the its power cord and everything, and just have it handy in case I need it. Oh. Yeah, I tend to take the stickers off too. Like, that's how I can always tell when a lighter is mine. A lot of times is I'll take the sticker off the back, the barcode.
That's what I do. Well, now I have to clean it right there.
Oh,
He's setting up the new printer.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you got it broke too. You,
Well, at least that other one, I guess it lasted us, a couple years, before it went stupid on us, the old one. So, it lasted a couple years, and that's not too awful bad,
But you needed another one, huh?
Yeah, one of those things, because we use it. It is kind of like a home accessory that we use a lot, because documents that we have to print up and different stuff like that.
Well, only 5 things or 6 things.
Yeah, because that's all they do is about 6 items in a $25 box, and in a $50 box, there's like, I want to say like 12, I think.
It tells you, don't they?
There's like 6, or I'll look. I'll look on my phone.
I know they tell you because you said it before. They tell you.
Yep, I can go to the site and go to the mystery boxes, and it'll tell. Mystery boxes. Okay, $50 box.
Oh, we're going right in the order.
Hello.
You know?
Okay, so a $50 box, you only get 2 other items. It gives you 8 items.
Wow.
And then let's see. $75 box.
How many boxes they got all together? This is the first one.
A $75 box, you get 8. $100 box, you get 10. 150, you get 12. And the 200, come back here.
A little bit more.
And then the 200 is the one where I think you get like 6. Will you stop doing that? And the $200 box, you get 15 items.
Damn.
Yep.
The last one is a lot, ain't it?
Yeah, so the next few will get probably in the neighborhood of like 8. The next couple will be 8, and then it'll go up to the 12, and then up to, or 10, and then 12, and then I think 15. So
At least we got all the box. You know.
yeah, because the next box up is the $50 box. Then it goes to the $75 box. Then it goes to the 100. Then it goes to the 150. Then it goes to the 200, and the 200 is the highest one. That's the one where you get like 15 items. So the next couple, at least, it'll be like 8 items. So that's 2 more than this one right here. Which, how I would have done that is, since they give you only 6 items in a $25 box, I'd give 12 in a $50 box. And then in like a 75, I would do 15. And then like a $100 box, I would do maybe 20. And then a $200 box, I would do between $25 and $30 worth of stuff.
That's how you would do it?
25 or 30 items. Yeah. I would make it really wow, And I mean, don't get me wrong. We love Enchanted. We do. I'm glad to have what I did. I'm just saying, if it was me and it was a mystery box in my shop, that's how I would do it. Not saying their way is wrong. I'm tickled to death to have, anything from Lori's shop. So I'm just happy that I was able to finally get something from there. Hey, Kalika. Kalika boo. Kalika Brett. What you doing? Kalika boo. Kalika boo. Kalika boo. You want to come over and see Mommy, don't you? And we got stuff in your way. I'm sorry. Take your little container there that your dice go in, put it in your, so you can put it downstairs somewhere.
What dice? The dice is over there.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying so you can take it downstairs and put it up, somewhere. I wouldn't throw it away, because it's still a container.
I'm not gonna throw it away.
Yeah, because it's still a container your dice come in. Come on, Kalika. Put that back over there where the trash goes. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Ornery butt. Oh, no, you don't. Missy. Nope. Nope.
What she wants to do?
She smelled the catnip in my purse.
Oh.
I'm serious, man. This chick's got a sniffer on her. Because as soon as she jumped over here, and my purse was open, she stuck her head in it and started sniffing. My cat is a nip addict. Catnip addict. Yep.
He wants it.
Yep.
He wants it. And you gonna get it to him?
I wouldn't be able to give it to her and not give it to the others. So if I'm going to give any to her, I would have to give some to the others.
You don't got enough.
Because it's just a small baggie of it.
You don't got enough.
I want to actually use it for magical purposes because we've got catnip in there.
Oh, that's what you're going to use it for?
Yeah, because that's it. There is magical purposes you can use the catnip for.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, I'm glad you got your witchy box.
He looks like he's got the same one.
Yep.
How come you didn't get a different one?
Because I know this one. I like this one.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Our ink cartridges fit that one. So you don't have to, waste a bunch of ink because that ink's expensive, man.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The ink that he gets for ours, so we got colors and stuff. Yeah, it's expensive. You'd have to ask him how much, because I don't know, because I've never bought any, but he's the one that usually, he's the one that gets it.
Well, at least he likes it. That's what counts.
Yep. All right. I'm glad you got your witchy box. Thanks for doing it. Thanks for doing the unboxing on here. No, 3 to 5 business days. That's all it takes. You know, and yeah. Can't wait to get our $50 box. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I am.
Yep.
Boo was using it.
Yep. She got a book. She's got a candle. I'm happy. Because, I mean, I got candles. You know? Shit. And she got me some incense. So I'm good on incense for a while now. Is this one from Mallory? It sure did. Okay, I need to dump this one out because these things, yeah, you need to, it's probably a good idea to empty them out a lot more often because they're different. I just opened me a new lighter. Not that that's a big deal because it's not. And don't worry, I'm not done yet. I mean, there we go. I wanted to do it some justice. Okie dokie. What to burn next? Well, for one thing, I know I've got to get these sorted. Ah! Bright light! Bright light! Okay. Because there's certain ones that I try to keep. Okay, so we'll do super hit, nog champa, sandalwood, lavender, and the dragon's blood will go in the back. Okay. Let's do a nog champa. There we go. I keep them in their wrappers so I could tell which ones are which. And I only do one incense at a time. You know, try not to do much more than that. Yeah. It's way too low. Wish it would stay up more like that. There's really no way to make it. But the idea is to get them in here first, then light it. But it's tricky. So this is not champa. I try to go easy on it because, like I said, my cat Kalika, she literally does have asthma. So, I don't want to make her asthma worse. He's in there hooking up his new toy, as I said earlier. So, I don't know. Get me another pump. I don't even think I have any cold, so I can get me one too. get everything out of the old one you needed? Cartridges and stuff?
No.
I thought you were going to use the ink in the new one. What? Okay. This is what I mean when I say a busy, witchy, crazy day. This is just like, a lot of this is just like a typical day at home, and you see how busy it can get in like, no time flat. So. Whoa.
Ah, it's grounding. Okay.
What?
I wasn't sure what the hell this was for, and then I figured it out. For a grounding plug if needed.
Oh, okay. I didn't figure anybody would be on. But like I said, that's okay. I didn't want to wait another day, before I did do an Ostara celebration, because things they really do get that busy crazy on me, like the drop of a hat, I mean, at one point, Maria's knocking on the door. Yeah, I had to let Chris in because I didn't know that he had even left. And he had a package, one of the packages, or I guess all of the packages that he said was coming came. And he got me that cool black lighter thing that I just showed. And I got all these wonderful Ostara gifts, and so, yeah, I would say all in all, in that sense, my Ostara was pretty cool. It was pretty good, decent one. Well, let's see if I've been wearing this thing enough that it's flattened my hair down and it's still going to flippity flop everywhere. Oh well. Now is not the time to be vain.
Looks like they've upgraded it a little bit.
What?
Right.
Oh, really?
There's been some minor modifications, like it's not quite the same size.
Huh.
It's a little bit smaller this way.
Yeah.
It may even be a little bit smaller this way too.
Really?
Not by much. I mean, probably like a quarter inch, if that.
Right.
Well, you told me to put the old printer in the box. It doesn't fit down inside the styrofoam pieces.
Right.
I'm going to need some help
You're going to need some help. What?
moving that down.
Now?
No. In a bit. I think I'm just going to throw it away. Well, can't use it. One part's already dead. So not much else is, the rest part isn't too far behind. Not like we really got any place we can store it either. No place up here. There isn't that much room downstairs either.
Like I said, the only thing I would have possibly kept out of it, but you decided not to, was the ink, because just because it's so expensive, I would have still tried to use it, but...
This ink
Mm-hmm.
is not Canon. It wasn't that expensive. It's $13.
Yeah.
And I've got a new set coming.
Anyway, so... Yeah, this is just typical day. This is a necklace that Maria got me. Found it at the thrift store and thought of me because of all the pretty colors in it, which I thought was really sweet. And it's also got a chain, so you can make it different lengths, which I like about it. So I figure, why not? I'll wear it. It's got some pretty spring colors in it. It's heavy. It's got some weight to it. I wish I was getting some money. My left hand's itching. Trying to think. If there's anything else I wanted to do, talk about. This thing's probably going off again. Need to plug it in. Yeah. Plug this in. It's in red. Something about that. Just way too heavy to sit on top of that. This is my wax melts. Oh, my daughter in England. My pop sockets I don't know how to use. I really miss her. There's a bookmark that she made. It's a resin piece. She did it in pink. She never liked pink. I think I might go ahead and put it in here. Not that it needs it, because really don't, but ow! Ow, ow, ow. Okay. Well, for starters, let's see. Which one do I want to use? These are some, I think she made these, I think. It's cute. This one says witch, 100% witch. And this one, kitty cat. I think I'll do the kitty cat one.
Come on, Bella. Come on, Boo. Rika, get your spot. Ricky. Boo. Bella.
Decided to put it on my tablet. The kitty cat one. I want to put this one on. I'll put it in my witchy box. Okay. She really hooked me up. uh, oh wow. This is one that she did. So you can't see it. It's hard to get the angle right. It's a stork. Don't know the scent, but I was trying to think of something that was like springy. And I think this scent would be whatever it is. It would be a good spring scent to do. And then usually what I'll do is I'll take a picture of it before I burn it, or I break it up and burn it and stuff. Just another one of my weird things that I like to do, I guess, but it really hooked me up, man. I got a lot in here. These are heart-shaped. I don't know, these are pumpkins. So many choices, but I think I'll do this one. So, put that there. Find somewhere else to put this box so it's not getting crushed. So, don't take her treats if she's not done. You little fucker. There was only a couple left, but she might not have been done, and he just walked over there and ate them.
Well, if she stopped eating them.
I don't know if she did or not. He just walked up. I didn't see if she had stopped or not. That wasn't very nice food. Well, I suppose I could tell some of my, in the spirit of paranormal, anyway, some of the experiences I've had. Because I've done so many live streams now, I don't even know how many I've already talked about. I don't want to do like repeat if I can help it, Probably one of my more favorite ones was, because this wasn't scary to me at all. It was enlightening. It gave me a sense of acknowledgement and acceptance, achievement, honor. And I'll never forget it. But the dreaming mind, as we all know, has a very, sorry, phlegm in my throat, has its own unique way of expressing itself when we sleep. But it's also one of the easiest ways to talk to the deities, talk to the god and goddess, talk to your ancestors, friends and loved ones that have passed over, that have crossed, that have already died. If their spirits are still around and they want you to know they are, a good way to communicate is when the person's asleep and at rest. So there's going to be a part of you that's, oh, it was just a dream. But with me, I know it's not just a dream. It's something more. And I was on an elevator. The elevator was going down. There was some other people that was on it with me. Now, I don't know if they were like sent to take me there, like a kind of like an honorary guard, or if it was just somebody that also was summoned by this same deity and that was going to the same place. Don't recall what anybody looked like. Don't think there was any kind of conversation or anything. But we're just on this elevator and we're going down. And elevator doors open, because it's like we entered from one side, but we went out the other. So it was kind of like one of those double door elevators like you see in the hospital where both sides open and close. So the doors opened in what would be considered to some the back. And they're sitting on a beautiful, elaborate, all I can tell you is it was gold. It was probably jewel encrusted, I'm sure. Just a sight to behold. And Kali Ma, the great dark mother of death herself, was sitting there. She had others with her. The elevator, I remember, was going down, and I wasn't afraid, like I said, or anything like that. She was dressed in gold, and her skin was as black as the night. It was just beautiful, beautiful to see. And I don't remember what she spoke to me or said to me, but I remember her very clearly getting up from her throne and greeting me, and then guiding me over to a very big, very elaborate old, I mean, you could see this in somebody's castle, like a sacred ruin type altar table or something. I mean, this thing, it was beautiful. It was old wood, and you could tell it was aged beyond years. And I was just taking everything in and going, what's going on? This is awesome. But what, but I had no fear. I was completely okay. She had an ancient map that was stretched out on this table. I don't know what had the map fastened to the table. That was not important. And she pointed to a certain spot on the map. And I remember looking down to see where it was that she had pointed, but then I woke up. And I got the very distinct impression that she wanted me to go to this place that she pointed to. Well, knowing that she is a Hindu goddess of sort, or Hindi, or whatever, that would tell me that she wants me to go to India, and that also explains why I have always had an overpowering urge to do exactly that and go to an Indian temple where all those gods and goddesses are, the good ones and the bad. But India is very hot. Very crowded. There's a lot of people. It's one of those things I'm pretty sure you would have to have a passport to go because it's out of the country. I don't know. And I've not done anywhere near that kind of traveling, but she was extremely beautiful. I was not in any fear whatsoever. I knew I was completely safe. I wasn't in any trouble. This was something important and sacred, and she chose me for a reason to do it, or she wanted me to go there for a reason, and I would love to be able to fulfill that, but I just don't know when I can, because a trip like that involves a lot of planning, and if it is one of those where you do literally have to have a passport, then there's that, because the passport can be one of the things that takes the longest to get everything. I'm sorry, babies. Got to feed my fish. They're like trying to eat the tank. And not dump the food everywhere. piggy fish. They are. They're freaking piggy fish. Here you go, girl. There's some just for you. I go through a lot of these big cans. There's your dinner. So yeah, that was a paranormal experience. Now, some may say or argue that, oh, you were just dreaming. It was just a dream. Oh, okay, you tell yourself that. You're not me. You weren't there. It was not a dream. It was real. I know when something like that is real. I can feel it. I have never feared the Hindu gods and goddesses. I love them dearly. I even have a pop-up altar that I'll bring and show sometime. I think it's out here, but it's buried under my altar somewhere, so I don't want to mess with it right now, but I'll try to remember to put it on in a future live stream so you guys can see it. It has 4 of the Hindu deities. It has Ganesha, which I also dearly love. Shiva, Durga, and Ganesha, Shiva, Durga, and there's another one. Can't think of it. Ganesha, Shiva, Durga. Anyway, there's 4 of them, and it's literally like a little pop-up altar. So adorable. I love this thing dearly. Don't remember where I got it. Oh, wait. That might have been one that I got. I think I got that from Barnes & Noble at Easton one year. Never seen anything like it since. So that to me is Kali's way of saying, Sarasvati might be one of them, but because I was lucky enough and fortunate enough to get that pop-up altar, and I've never found one since, that to me was the goddess and gods of the Hindu faith's way of saying, we want you to have this. And the trick is to pray to them. You got to say their name. You got to literally chant this thing 108 times. So what I do is I take a piece of paper, I say it 108 times, I do an audio recording of it, and then I just play it back. I haven't done that a long time, and I feel bad, but I still love them. They're still around me. They know what they mean to me, and that I acknowledge my connection with them and stuff. So it's really nice. But that's just one of many. I gotta see who the heck is calling me now. Probably another daggum garbage call. Doesn't drive anybody crazy. So I mean, I've had many. I've had many. Paranormal experiences throughout my life, throughout this life anyway. Some of my creepy hollow spirits have literally come to me in my dreams, and I was thrilled because I was able to see them and interact with them, and there was so many of them. I was like, wow. I mean, it was just mind-blowing. Yeah, I don't want that getting pulled down into the tank. I don't want to kill the fish. Lord, that way. That way. That way. Some of them, have there been scary ones? Sure. I felt this dark entity, and it was very powerful. I don't know if it was a high level demon. I don't know if it was just a dark spirit. I really have no idea. But it was a long time ago. It was another one of those. Some may say that it's just a dream, but I know better. And when it was going on, all I know is at one point I was in pitch black darkness, and this thing was literally standing like right in front of me, like about to touch me or something. And I finally forced myself somehow to wake up, because to me that had just turned into a nightmare, and I was terrified of this thing to touch me, whatever it was. I didn't want it touching me, so I made myself wake up. I couldn't see it. I could only feel it. And I didn't like what I felt. And it was really, 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 really strong, and very, very dark, very evil. In my opinion, it meant me harm. I felt threatened, and I was like, I'm out of here. So, I made myself wake up. The whole Guzion thing was horrendous. It was never anything scary until I saw what would be considered the lobby of hell. Some of the first stuff you see when you walk into the whatever building you think you're walking into, whatever it appears on the outside, and then you walk in and you immediately know, okay, yeah, this is not right. This is not good. This is not normal. And I put a stop to everything right then and there, because I knew that it had gotten to a dangerous line, and I was like, not to mention I was about to take innocent people with me, and I wasn't doing that, because these people were my friends, and I was very close to them. They were very spiritual people, and I wasn't about to. So I'm glad that I snapped out of it when I did, how I did, and why I did. But now I'm just focusing on, I will just feel so much better once this house business is finally underway and we're finally moved in. It's our first night there, we're all bushed and tired from, getting as much unpacking done and sorting and, putting stuff in the room and getting stuff out of boxes and watching the kitties run around and get used to the place. Hopefully getting along. And, we've already determined what of the rooms is going to be the temple room. That we will have basically a community altar set up to where we can either, a single one of us can practice at that altar, or more than one of us, or all three, or if friends are over. It will be the main altar. As far as personal individual altars, that can be done other places. That can be done in the bedroom. That can be done, maybe I would still like to build a little, basically decent size 10 by 10 or however big that biggest one was that me and Chris went into that time, that I fell in love with. Storage unit thing that you can build and set up, and that would be my temple. And that would be my personal temple, just where I alone would go when I needed to have solitude, or I needed to work on some ritual work where I really needed absolute quiet, no distractions, but it's not so far away from the house, so we could literally build it right there on the land that, we now own, because the house sets on a couple acres of land. I would be happy with 3, to be honest, because 3 is not shabby. You can do a decent amount with that, but move-in night will be nice. If not too tired, I will try to live stream it. But if I'm too tired and we really are all that bush, then I probably won't. But I'll try to do one the next day or something. Just set up a central location as we're unpacking more stuff and running about, getting things set up and making it look like a home that, just got its newest occupants and we're moving in and getting settled and all that. So, try to look at the positives. I'm trying to put, more feeling into it, feel into the future, feel what it's going to be like to set up, sit down with my notebook paper and draw a picture of what, the temple room is, or what, just pick a room or something and decide how, some ideas that I come up with of how I'd like to set it up, because I want to be able to set it up in a way that there's a little bit of all three of us in there, because it's going to be the communal altar. And then, like I said, we can have altars throughout the house for other purposes and stuff. But we would have to put them in select locations where the cats, because I don't want them jumping up and knocking stuff off and deciding that that's their table. So it's going to be tricky. But, most likely any altars that we do, I would rather do behind the closed door. So that would be kept closed and the cats would never be allowed to go in there. Because some of the statues and different things we have are breakables and I don't want them broke. So, long branches, vases that I still am feeling bad that I haven't even been able to do really any much magic work with here lately, because place is just too clusterfucked to do anything sacred. It's not as clean as it should be. Therefore, it's not truly sacred and spiritual like it should be. And so until I can make it the sacred that it's supposed to be, by making it cleaner for one reason, for one thing, and then top of the list of things that this is the most important, cleanliness, keep those negative energies away, keep them out. We're going to have 8 cats that we're going to be dealing with. We're going to have to decide what rooms to shut that they will never be allowed in. And whatever we decide to put in each of those individual rooms, we will let the cats in there when we're just putting the boxes in there. But when we actually go into the room and start taking stuff out of the boxes and setting it up, that's when the door is going to have to be closed and the kitties won't be allowed in there. And if any are in there, then we'll have to pick them up and set them outside the room and shut the door. And they'll just have to deal with it and wait until we get done what we're doing in there and come out. First thing I want to do is, once we get all the boxes moved in, I'm going to go through the house with some sage and cleanse the flippity flop out of it, just to make double, triple, quadruple sure that there's no negative energies in there anywhere, and they're cast out if there is any, or it's immediate, setting up barriers to keep those kind of energies away. So they know, this is our place now. You are not welcome. Stay away or you will be eaten. You will be obliviated. You will be destroyed. We're not playing. You're not going to get one over on us. Because my first immediate would be to get the inside of the house ready. Then, once that's established, go to the outside. Because while you're inside, you get it all cleansed and prepared and everything, you do yourself as well. Make sure you have plenty of your power jewelry on, or whatever makes you feel powerful and safe. And go, take your wand, take your people, go outside, because the more of you, the better. Each have your wands. Go out and just do a perimeter around the house. Do it as far out as you want to do. Like, have maybe one of us closest to the house and then another of us a couple feet out, and then another one, the third a couple feet out from that. So we'll literally have a triple circle of protection that will expand to the point that we will, if we have to bury crystals in the yard to pull it off, or put some type of statuary there and put the crystal in the statue, because that's the guardian point. So if anything touches that or hits it, we'll know, because we'll feel it, because we'll have our critters out there. That'll be their home. That'll be their roaming grounds outside. And it's like, make it your own, guys, to the best of your ability, you know, because you're doing it through the astral realm. So make it beautiful, make it your home, and we will gladly enjoy it with you. Help us to see it like you do, even on the earth plane, because I would love that. I would enjoy it, but prepare me, you know, don't just go out there one day and go, oh my God, what's this? You know, and it just shocks me. But, you know, prepare me and say, okay, we're going to do this one, and this is going to be this section, and this is going to, okay. You know, but I want them to know that it's just as much their home as it is ours, because it is. And, you know, find a way to make it their own. You know what I mean? To make it their outside domain. And help us keep our place protected from, you know, the wildlife around there, especially if there's going to be coyotes and stuff running about, you know. Sorry, I know that's disgusting, but ugh. I hate getting stuff in my nose, drives me crazy. And sometimes when you try to blow your nose, it don't always work. Don't think I'm gonna do any readings today, because I just don't really feel up to it. It's kind of cold and crappy out. It was raining yesterday, so not much more improvement today. So it's good to do indoor projects if you can. My plants are doing really well. I've got at least 4 plants growing. A couple of them's looking like maybe aren't going to make it, which is heartbreaking. But, you know, I'm just utilizing what I have. I'm trying to see what I can grow here, because there's now, if you start talking like desert herbs and stuff like that, then that's going to be a hardier plant. It's going to be able to handle a drier environment. But the plants that I have growing right now, they're in the herbal variety, but I'm not going to say what they are. I want to be a little mysterious and drive people crazy. But, you know, they, now that I've got them in the window, so far, the cats, thank you goddess, knock on wood, haven't bothered them. And I hope they don't. And they continue growing, because they're pretty, some of them are pretty tall. I'm like, yay. But, you know, certain environments, certain plants are going to obviously thrive better. Like, I gave up trying to have real orchids here, because it don't work. And roses, forget it. I mean, I'm lucky to have roses. I'm lucky if they last 3 days and they start dying. So that's upsetting, because, you know, I don't get myself live flowers very often. I do try to get some once in a while and put it on the altar. But they don't have the $5 bouquets over at Kroger anymore. Now the cheapest they have, I think, is like $12, and it's like, great, you know, more money that I don't have. So I guess the only other way to get flowers is grow your own, you know, and try to get hardier ones that are going to last better in the conditions that you're living in, which it tends to be more hot and dry up here, especially with it being cold like it is outside right now. I would rather it be nice and hot, nice and warm and dry up here than cold and damp and uncomfortable. And whoever's calling, I'm sorry, but I'm not answering. I'm charging my phone and I'm trying to do a live stream, and I don't feel like having a conversation with somebody right now on the phone. I did go to Moonville Tunnel once, but sadly we had to go during the day because traversing those roads at night when you're not used to it can be pretty scary, and it can be treacherous. I don't want to go off the side of a cliff. That would be bad. I want to investigate the place, not become a resident of it, and just be another spirit wandering about. Let's see. Trying to think of ones I've had that I haven't talked about before. I can't think of any, because the only thing about revisiting, when you revisit stuff like that, you don't want to bring those kind of energies back around. You don't want to even, because I feel like if you start thinking about them, you're opening yourself to them, and that's what I don't want to do, because I don't want to have to deal with them again. Getting rid of them once was enough. I don't want to have to do it again. But I have my witch balls now. So I've only got really 2. That one I consider a witch ball, but it's not really. That one definitely is, because that one's literally from Creepy Hollows. It's up there and you can't see it because it's way up high. I've only been able to get one because those things are expensive. Excuse me, because they're like $45 or some crazy shit. So I don't know when I'm going to get me another one, but I need to get me some more to put them at the other windows throughout the house. And I also want to make sure that I can fasten them to the corners of the windows securely, so I don't ever have to worry about them getting bumped and knocked down and broke, because they are glass. Because if they get knocked down and broke, then that glass goes flying and somebody could get cut. It could hurt one of the cats, and I don't want none of that happening. So I guess this has probably been a decent enough live, for now. And, I will probably do a live here later, take about an hour or so break, because Chris is doing the dishes right now, bless him. And we're going to be doing dinner after that, and then we're going to be going down to Maria's to do the Dungeons and Dragons. So I will take this down and I will live stream it. But for now, I'm just going to kind of take a chill break and get ready to eat here in a few, and maybe watch a few episodes of Big Bang Theory together, and then we're going to be headed downstairs, and yay, D&D, finally! It only took us forever. I can't wait. It'll be a lot of fun. So, I love you all. Blessed be. Happy Ostara. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for joining. Just for fun, let's see how many, subscribers I can get. See you next live. Stay wild, Moonchild.